Richness is wished and admired by almost every one of us. Ever wondered what are the top 10 richest countries in the world? If yes, we are here to satisfy your quench for knowledge. Richness of countries is measured by an indicator named GDP per capita, which is nothing but GDP of the country divided by the country's population. So without further delay, let's start the countdown of top 10 richest countries in the world. Coming at number 10, Sweden. With GDP per capita of approximately $58,000, Sweden is the 10th richest country in the world. The economy of Sweden is developed export-oriented economy aided by timber, hydropower and iron core. It features a modern distribution system, excellent internal and external communication, and a skilled labor force. Sweden is a competitive and highly liberalized open market economy, and all these factors account for its 10th place. Now coming to number 9, Netherlands. With GDP per capita of approximately $58,000, Netherlands is the 9th richest country in the world. Exports account for 82.4% of total country's economy output. And the trades between Asia and Europe by the Dutch East India Company throughout 17th and 18th century, exports still play a major role in the economy of Netherlands today. Interesting, right? Work done some centuries ago helps till present. Have you ever done something in the past which is helping you till present? Well, do let us know in the comments below. Coming to number 8, Iceland. With GDP per capita of approximately $58,500, Iceland is the 8th richest country in the world. Though the economy of Iceland has been dominated by seafood, banking seems to be gaining ground. The economy of Iceland is small and subject to volatility. Iceland has a mixed economy with high levels of free trade and government intervention. Iceland's economy has always relied on fishing and aluminium smelting. This is the reason that it is the world's largest energy per capita consumer. After 2010, tourism is Iceland's largest export sector by far. And because of all this, Iceland is one of the most tourism-dependent countries in the world. Coming to number 7, Singapore. The economic development of Singapore is as famous as the greatest success stories in history. At one point of time, Singapore achieved a higher per capita GDP than USA by every measure. To have achieved this from starting point of third world country and during a single lifetime is a true Asian economic miracle, meriting close study by every country and above all by every developing country. It has a GDP per capita of approximately $62,000. Singapore is situated at the crossroads of international trade routes and has created a business atmosphere with low taxes and few restrictions, which is very lucrative for every capital investment. So if you ever want to establish a company, Singapore won't be a bad choice. Have you ever been to Singapore? Or do you want to go to Singapore? Then let's have a talk about that in the comment section. Hey, are you still watching? Well, if you are watching, don't forget to hit that like button as it really encourages us to make similar mind-blowing content for you. Coming to number 6, Denmark. With GDP per capita of approximately $63,500, Denmark is at 6th place. The economy is based primarily on service industries, trades, and manufacturing. Only a tiny percentage of the population is engaged in agriculture and fishing. 80% of all jobs in Denmark are in service sector, and all this account for its 6th place. Now coming to number 5, the United States of America. Most of the people think that USA is the richest country, and according to the GDP it is, but when it comes to the real deal of per capita GDP, it's not. With a per capita GDP of approximately $66,000, USA stands at number 5. The USA is much more of a consumer of goods and services than a producer. Buyer spending constitutes about 71% of country's economy, which is by far the highest share by any other country in this list. And most of the rich people in the world live in USA. Though it is one of the wealthiest nations, the wealth disparity is high, which simply means that the gap between the rich and the poor is very high. At some point of life, we all have dreamt of an American life, right? So do let us know about your dream in the comments below. Coming to number 4, Norway. With a GDP per capita of approximately $76,500, Norway is at the 4th place. The economy of Norway is highly developed and mixed economy, with state ownership in strategic areas. The country has a very high standard of living compared with other European countries and a strongly integrated welfare system. The wealth disparity in Norway is very low, which simply means that the gap between the rich and the poor is relatively small, which also accounts for Norway being one of the least corrupt countries in the world and likely contributes to Norway's strong economy. Now, before we reveal the top 3 spots, we want you to go ahead and subscribe to WonderX, where we keep uploading similar mind-blowing top 10s of everything around the world. And don't forget to hit that little bell icon so that you don't miss any future videos. Now coming to number 3, Switzerland. With GDP per capita of approximately $90,000, Switzerland is at the 3rd place. Switzerland has one of the most competitive economies in the world, mainly because of its highly developed service sector. The main reason behind Switzerland's economic prosperity is the ability to produce premium products. Many brands originated in Switzerland such as Rolex, Nestle, etc. Now coming to number 2, Ireland. With GDP per capita of approximately $90,500, Ireland is at the 2nd place. The economy of Ireland is highly developed knowledge economy, focused on services in high-tech, life sciences, financial services, agribusiness, including agri-food. Ireland adopted a more corporate-friendly tax scheme in wake of Great Recession to attract more foreign investment. Pharmaceuticals are a major component of Irish economy and are the country's top export. However, Ireland's economic statistics may be misleading. The fact is that 20% of Ireland's population lives in poverty. A high GDP per capita in country with a high rate of poverty, this simply means that they are hiding something of significance. So if you know something about Ireland that nobody knows, then let's talk about it in the comments below. And finally, here comes the richest country in the world for which you have been eagerly waiting for. Coming to number 1, Luxembourg. With GDP per capita of approximately $126,000, the European country of Luxembourg has been classified and defined as the wealthiest country in the world. The reason Luxembourg has such high GDP per capita is because the country's low population along with a balanced financial situation. The economy of Luxembourg is largely dependent on banking, steel and industrial sectors. As an open and dynamic country, Luxembourg has always managed to position itself internationally as a trustworthy and innovative partner, offering countries and investors a thriving environment for their development. No country exports more goods and services relative to its GDP than Luxembourg. Innovative industries, including information technology and biomedical research, largely drive Luxembourg's economy. We surely want to live in the world's richest country, don't we? But here's a question for you. Would you like to live as a rich man in a poor country or as an average man in a rich country? Comment down below which is your choice. With that being said, we hope you liked the video, and if you did, don't forget to hit the like button and share this video with your friends. And if you haven't subscribed till now, do subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so that you don't miss any future videos.